Easily entertained, like a book club, but for people with short attention spans.
Strap in, ladies.
There's gonna be spoilers.
Hi guys, welcome back.
Hi.
This is Easily Entertained. I'm Sam.
I'm Grae.
And I'm Sammi.
And
if you could only see Sammi right now, she has 2 donut holes on her head. I just feel like the people need to know.
Yeah,
because it looks great.
Thank you so
we
much.
should take like a screenshot. I'll do it later. It'll be fine.
Feeling good.
It's
Feeling great. Having a good time.
It's just been one of those days. Some days you just gotta wear donut headband.
Yes.
I
Live your
love it.
life. So this week we are talking about both Beauty and the Beasts.
Aww.
So the cartoon from 91 and the live action remake in 2017.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think I don't, from my experience, I think this went a lot better than the Mulan comparison.
Yes, I agree.
I definitely agree.
Yeah.
And okay, so question, did you guys see the new one when it came out? What year was that?
2017.
Okay, did you see it then, or is this your first time watching it?
No, I watched it when it went on Netflix. So like maybe 2 years ago.
Okay.
I think I saw it in theaters. Like I'm pretty sure I saw it like right when it came out.
How about you?
As we all know, I was not allowed to watch Beauty and the Beast when I was but a young child. Thank
Yes.
you to my mother. I thought it was too scary. And I can see that. So I don't think I'd seen the animated version before I saw the live action. I know that's like
gotta be a
blasphemous.
wild experience, though.
Wow.
Yes,
I have
it was.
wow, because that's really interesting.
That
because
is, yeah.
I feel like the live action answered some of the things that may have been left out of the
Yeah.
the cartoon. So
I did
how
hear
was that
that.
experience for you?
One, can I say, even though I hadn't seen the animated version, I did have a lot of opinions from seeing the trailer. You know, they like released the trailer to get everybody excited. And when I heard the singing and the auto tune, I was like, oh no, this is going to be horrible. This is going to be like the worst. And then somebody was having like a birthday party and they invited me to go see this movie. So I was like, I guess I'm going to go. It's their birthday, their choice. And I might have came out with a different perspective. So we'll leave that to the conversation. Yes.
Yeah, I agree with you. Actually, I think. I mean, if your opinion changed, because mine did too. Actually, mine changed from the first watching to the second watching of the movie.
Really?
Yeah.
What was should we get into your opinion after the first watching?
The first watching, I felt like it kind of took away a lot of the heart of the original, but I can see what they were trying to do, and I have no like ill will towards any of the actors. I think that the musical choices weren't the best. There's a YouTuber called Sideways who does music theory on movies. He's amazing, and he has a really interesting take on a lot of the live action Disney movies. So if you want to check that kind of stuff out, definitely check out Sideways. He's great.
We're praying for our girl Halle Berry. Please, Disney, don't mess her up. We need you to rock Little Mermaid because there's already enough haters.
Oh
I'll
gosh,
be in the theaters.
But she's got such a great voice. Like
she does, and she looks like a mermaid.
She does.
She does.
I think that'll be the next. Well, no, Cruella. I mean, are we considering that a live action Disney movie?
Yeah, I mean, in the same way that Maleficent was, I guess.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I'm not really looking forward to. I probably won't even watch Cruella because you cannot compare to 101 Dalmatians live action. Okay, why did they?
Oh my gosh, I forgot
what
about
Glenn
that.
Close.
Yeah.
Why even remake it? Why? It's so good. Anywho, I'm getting off topic.
So do we want to talk about the cartoon first and then the live action?
I feel like that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah, so it came out first.
Okay, cool.
A tale as old as time.
The tune is like a song.
I can't.
Can I just say, first of all, The scenery animation in this movie was some of the most beautiful. Like the background cells were just absolutely gorgeous. Like,
Yes.
I mean, there's a reason that it was the first animated movie to like be nominated for Best Picture, and it's because it was just a gorgeous movie.
Beautiful. Yeah, definitely all the animation is beautiful and it pops. So yeah, I definitely agree. Well, question again for the animated, when was the first time that you both saw the animated? I'm sure you were children.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I was like 4 or 5 because that's when I started dressing up as Belle for Halloween. Maybe even 3, honestly. I mean, it came out the year before I was born, so
Yeah.
it's been kind of ever present in my life.
Yeah, I was probably like 3 or 4 too.
Aww.
I would guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what's wild is when I watch it again, like this time, I like it was like I never saw it before. Like I totally just like I was like, oh my god, so that was pretty cool. But I know I've seen it before, like obviously, but it's just like it's like how I
watching it from a new lens. I love that.
Yeah.
I do love that too. When you get older, even if it's just like a couple years older, and you feel like you're rewatching it, and you're like, I've seen this so many times, but there's those little things you notice, and you're like, oh, I picked up on that joke. I didn't realize that was an offense or like an inappropriate joke as a kid, but now I do, and that's really funny.
Do we want to give a synopsis for Beauty and the Beast? I mean, I understand it's a tale as old as time, and everybody's probably knows, but do we want to give a little background?
Sure.
Go ahead. That's what we do here on this podcast, so we got to stick with it.
Okay. Belle is an inventor's daughter, growing up
is.
in a village in France, and she feels like kind of like a big fish in a small pond. She's tired of that, life. Her dad ends up, he's an inventor. He goes to show his inventions to a market and gets lost, gets turned around by these wolves, ends up in a castle looking for sanctuary, and becomes imprisoned by the prince in the castle, who is under a curse. Then Belle realizes that her father is in trouble, goes to find him, and trades places with him. And the entire story kind of revolves around her growing relationship with this prince, the beast, who became a beast because he was cursed. And the curse is only broken by finding somebody who can truly love him. So it's that whole story.
That was beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Very interesting movie, Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast.
The music is so good in this movie.
I was just about to say that.
Every single song is a bop. Like, even like the bad guy song at the end.
Oh yeah.
Like, it's so good.
Yeah. We should also say that Belle has a suitor.
Oh yes.
We were getting there. I wouldn't even call him a suitor.
I mean, he was
like an annoyance.
An annoyance. Yeah, you're right.
Nuisance.
You're right. A man
named Gaston.
And he just like would not leave her alone. My God. Girl said no multiple times.
You don't know what consent is.
No. For an answer.
No.
So the movie opens up giving a little bit of background into the prince, who gets cursed because he refuses to help an old beggar, and she turns into an enchantress and is like, once this rose wilts, you're screwed, buddy, unless you can find somebody to love you. And then that's kind of like the storybook opening. It gives you the exposition, and then it moves on into Belle's kind of exposition song, which is called Bonjour, or Poor Provincial Town.
It's a quiet village. Let me stop before we get copyright.
It's a bop. It's always a bop.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's forever a bop. She talks about the baker. I have this stupid French qualm. Okay, so in the setting, the baker, his shop name is Boulangerie, right? Which is the bakery.
Sammy's face!
Right? But she goes to the bookseller, and it's not librairie, which is French for bookseller. So why?
That is definitely okay. We can tie that into the accent too. Why does Belle have this American accent? And there's not really much of a French accent for anybody in the whole movie. They're in France. They ain't in England. They're in France.
Lumiere is the only person.
All a part of the illusion, I guess. I don't know.
Yes, it is very interesting to me.
Yeah, like I wondered, that's always an interesting choice when like it's supposed to take place somewhere else and like they're coming out with like an American accent or a British accent. I'm like, okay.
Fair
But we all
enough.
just go with it. We're like, okay, whatever.
Yeah. Another thing that I think is really interesting is everybody thinks she's weird because she's constantly reading, but there's a whole bookshop in town. Like, so obviously there's a market for it. It's not just
But
her.
she's the only girl
It must-
reading.
I
Oh,
guess.
sexism.
There.
Yeah.
Welcome to the podcast.
Honestly.
But yes, very, very funny. She gets to keep this book about Prince in disguise. She reads it to a sheep during her song, which I think is very funny. I'm like, that's why people think you're weird now. You're talking to sheep.
Yeah.
And that's where we're introduced to Gaston, who
Disgusting. We all know a couple.
everybody's met a
Gaston.
Gaston.
Yes. Gaston is like, he sees himself through the male gaze. He thinks that like his big muscles and his like overly pumped up body is like so fine. And it's like, no, boo, you're really not. We don't find you attractive at all.
No.
So he is the ultimate, I don't even know a word.
Yeah. And then his personality is worse.
It's so
Like,
bad.
total shit. Like,
It's so bad. And LeFou is his enabler. I'm telling you. LeFou's his little best friend that follows him around. It's like, oh yeah, Gaston. Like,
that's great.
That was a really good impression. Like, what the heck?
That was...
I think LeFou has a crush on Gaston.
Well, yeah.
Well, yes. And then
Oh, well, that.
oh
I have feelings about that. It's
I feel like I might know what your feelings are. I'm excited to hear them.
fine. So yes, I think it's really interesting that Gaston's like, from the first time that I met her, saw her, I thought she's gorgeous, and I felt like it's kind of, it reminds me of, this is weird, it reminds me of in Frozen where she's like, I saw your face and fell in love. It's that kind of thing. It's very it's very shallow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Kind of like
Which
these
is
dating apps. Like, he was in the real life dating app. He saw her face and he swiped right, but she did not.
Correct.
She deleted the
They
app.
did not match. Blocked and reported, honestly.
Truly. He also grabs the book out of her hand and goes, there's no pictures in this, but there was very clearly pictures in it.
Yeah.
He's an idiot. I think a lot of the people in town, I don't know.
Yeah.
That whole interaction of him talking to her was gross. That like women shouldn't be educated, women shouldn't read.
We're just gonna have a bunch of children. You're gonna rub my feet. Ugh, disgusting.
Yeah.
Anyway.
A pig, I tell you.
Then we see Belle's dad, who's an inventor, taking his invention to market.
Mm-hmm.
He gets lost, and Gaston concocts this surprise wedding for Belle. And she's like, no, bye, get out of here. Yeah. And that's kind of where you get her I Want song, the I Wanted Adventure in the Great Wide Somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, beautiful. Oh,
Yes,
that's
so good.
I love Belle. I think we have all established she's like one of our top tier princesses.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
100%.
She's like, I love her because she's independent. She's
Mhm.
smart.
Mhm.
She helps people who are underprivileged.
Underprivileged tableware.
So she is awesome. She's not
Yeah.
like,
She's not like other
Very
girls.
yeah, she's not.
So she realizes that her dad is stuck somewhere
Because the horse comes back.
because the horse Philippe comes back.
That's right.
Philippe is smarter than her father. I'm just gonna put it out there because he knew, like, Maurice, her dad, was like, no, we're gonna go this way, and Philippe was like, we shouldn't go that way, it's filled with fog and broken branches, like, clearly that's the death path. And he was like, nope, this is a shortcut. And then immediately it goes, where have you taken us, Philippe?
I
The
can't.
horse is like, I
Gaslight. She ends up getting chased by wolves and gets trapped by the beast because he is dumb.
Yeah. Could you imagine just going into someone's house?
Especially a giant, terrifying castle in
Like,
the middle of the woods.
Let me just open this door and walk into this person's home.
That's
Like,
how you die.
oh yeah, that movie could have ended quickly.
Also, in this, we meet Cogsworth and Lumiere. Lumiere is an enchanted candlestick, and Cogsworth is an enchanted clock. And dude falls down the stairs, and like gears are flying out. Do you think that he can feel pain, like as an enchanted object?
Oh, I don't know.
I was thinking about that.
You said if he feels pain?
Yeah, like he's constantly got
I
cogs
think so.
and gears and crap flying out of his body.
Well, that would be like if Lumiere got blown out. Would he feel that? Like, you know what I mean?
He gets blown
Like,
out several times.
well, I know.
And he just holds his breath and it pops back.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
I would think they
know.
would feel something.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because when the little dusty thing, what is that? What is
Feather
that?
duster?
Yeah. When her little feathers get plucked, she feels it.
You're right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Unfortunate.
Truly, truly unfortunate. So anyway, Belle follows Philippe the horse back to the castle and switches places with her father.
Mm-hmm.
Self-sacrifice. Ugh.
I don't know if there's anybody I would sacrifice that for. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, my mom.
yeah, I mean, I guess I would. But like,
I guess I would.
yeah.
I mean, that's okay. Self-preservation. That's what we're born for,
Yeah,
baby.
you're a
We gotta keep
unicorn, so.
care of ourselves.
I say I would, I guess. Yeah.
Arms crossed.
I know.
If it were you two, I would do it.
What?
For sure.
Please don't save me. Let me go.
Listen,
Let me go.
listen, we both know that I wouldn't. Going back to crash landing on you, I'm not crawling or flying out of anywhere. Like, you guys have self-preservation, and clearly I do not. So
Exactly why you should just let me go. Because if you're stuck at the castle, you're just gonna sit there.
yeah.
I'm gonna find a way out and get out. So just let me go.
You're right. Oh, you're right. You're
Okay.
right.
So, Sam, please don't. If we were in that situation,
I hope that we're never in that situation.
let's hope. We've talked about these situations now 2 times. So,
yeah. If you were stuck in the castle, would you like befriend the beast?
Yeah.
oh
Yeah.
yes.
It'd be hard not to, I think.
Oh, we haven't moved on to the second movie yet.
Oh,
But if it was that beast,
I know. Oh, yep.
I don't want you to change back to a prince. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
Live
Live action beast was hot.
Yes, he was.
Hotter than the prince.
Oh.
I was disappointed. Spoiler
Me
alert.
Ooh.
I was
Me
like,
too.
that's what you look like?
Oh my god. This is slander. I'm leaving. Going away forever. Oh my god. This is why I'm the one that needs to be captured, because my ass is like, you're a water buffalo. Absolutely not.
What? He is so good looking.
He is hot.
Look him
Yeah.
up now. I can just stare at him the rest of the conversation.
Oh my god.
Yes. Oh God. They do a side by side. It's not even it's not even.
I am flabbergasted, honestly.
Sam has no word.
Coming from like last month where I was like, oh yeah, werewolves. Like,
I know. Yeah. What the heck?
Right.
I don't know. There's something. I don't know. I think it's maybe that and his like personality combined. I'm just like, nah. I don't know.
What do you mean
His
personality combined?
personality?
I
Yeah.
love when he took her to the library. I was like,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay, in the second one, that makes more sense. We'll go. Okay.
Yes, not. I don't want to hook up with
The cartoon
animated
one?
beasts,
No.
live action beasts.
Okay.
Get that clear.
Even
Of the two of them, live action, yes.
obviously, not even a question.
But at the same time, it's.
Listen, the prince isn't that hot in either of the movies.
I disagree, but that's okay. Not in the.
No, he's like a ginger.
What do
in
you mean? The first movie.
You're right. He was
Good.
better in the first one.
I disagree.
Cartoon prince is
Cartoon
more
Prince
attractive.
reminded me of Fabio, and it bothered
Oh my
me.
God! Yeah, I pulled up a picture. What are you talking about? He's got long hair. He is
Yeah.
fine.
Okay.
Yes. So animated prince, he got it.
Yeah.
And live action beast, got it.
Yeah, I agree.
For me
Sam
and
does
Sammy.
not.
Sam's like no one.
Sam thinks we're insane. It's
It's
fine.
fine. It's fine. I'll sell you to
She's
that
disgusted
creepy,
by him.
like,
Yeah,
cool
she is.
man.
She's like, that's not a human.
That's,
That's a beast.
Listen, I'm not here to shame anybody's proclivities, okay? I'm just saying that it's not for me.
And that's okay.
And that's
No
okay.
opinion, Sammy.
Exactly. You enjoy that.
I will.
Oh my god.
I don't even know where we are anymore.
Yeah, what were we talking about?
Oh, so when she switches with her dad, instead of being stuck in the cell, the beast chooses to let her have her own room. He says you can go anywhere you want except the West Wing. Then it switches to the hype song for Gaston. Gaston's hype man song, which is
Gross.
once again gross. It's very much toxic masculinity, but also kind of a bop.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Like,
But disgusting.
disgusting. I have a theory that Gaston would have shot Bambi's mom.
Oh my god, absolutely.
Right? Like, he's probably the bad guy in 2 Disney movies.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
he's man and Bambi.
For sure.
For sure. And then, of course, Maurice comes and says that a beast kidnapped Belle, and they're all like, you're crazy, and kicked him out. Then, like, Be Our Guest happens. Everybody loves Be Our Guest.
Iconic.
Iconic. Like, just, wow.
I like how they were all trying to get her to be like, fall in love with the beast.
Yeah.
Do it. Please, God.
Please, God, fall in love with
Please.
this monster. Thank you.
We're really sorry about him, but please love him.
And she immediately, like, all they ask of her is now to go to the West Wing.
Oh,
and she
my
immediately goes to the
God.
West Wing
What a
after
dumb
dinner.
bitch.
And it's like no sense of self-preservation. I have no sense of self-preservation. But at the same time, wouldn't have done that.
No.
No. Yeah, she. Yeah.
Like,
Why?
maybe
Why, girl?
she just has a problem with authority.
You know, maybe, but after, if I saw the beast, right, I'd be like, something weird is going on here, right? So I'm
Clearly.
I'm not going to where they told me not to go, because,
Yeah.
like, I will die.
I will
At least
become a
for the
beast.
first couple of days. Like,
Yeah,
maybe
Make
like
it
a
seem
couple
like-
months.
Right?
exactly.
Like, make it
Yes.
seem like you fit in and
Mm.
then kind of sneak off, you know?
Exactly. Exactly.
100%.
Also,
So then,
sorry, I was just gonna say, thinking about it, nobody really questioned these talking things.
yeah, not
Or
really.
the beast. She was like, oh, a beast.
Yeah, but I think,
And then over it.
Yeah, she's like, I'm gonna fall in love with it.
I mean, she
With
didn't
it.
think that immediately, but yeah, sure, you would have apparently, but that's fine.
I can't.
Yes. Yes.
She sees the enchanted rose,
Mhm.
goes to touch it, and the beast freaks out.
Again, why would you touch it?
I don't know, very clearly under a cloche for a reason.
Yeah.
Like,
Is that what that's called?
yes. Oh my god.
That caught me off guard. Really good. I was expecting, I don't know, the glass case, you know, covering.
It's a cloche.
How do you spell that?
Cloche. It's French. It means
Oh.
bell. Okay, let's get back to this. So, the beast freaks out
Yes.
at her, which
Rightfully so.
I understand. He
Yeah.
said, "Don't." You can literally go anywhere in this big castle. Like,
Yeah.
it's not that bad. Anywhere, but don't go here. Like,
yeah,
and that's where she goes. I'd be pissed too.
Yeah. Oh, me
yeah,
too.
straight up. So she gets scared and she's like, I can't stay here anymore, and runs away. So the beast sees her in like his magic mirror and realizes that the wolves are about to get her. So Mance fights an entire wolf pack by himself. Good for him. Couldn't do that as a prince. I will like if we're
No.
if we are like putting points in for the beast. Couldn't fight a wolf pack as a prince.
No, we cannot.
Yeah.
Okay, that brings up. I feel like so we all know how the story ends. I'm not spoiling it. He does turn back into the prince.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if there's some residual like issues after he turns into the prince, and he like kind of wishes he didn't. Like, I'm sure there's like that. He wouldn't be able to fight off
Yeah.
wolves as the prince.
Yeah.
Maybe he misses the hair on his face.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I
Yeah.
might miss being the beast because you've been the beast for a long time.
Yeah.
I might miss it. You'd be warm all the time, cuddly.
Uh-huh. You know, I think we're just making an argument for Shrek.
Although human Shrek, though,
Mm.
he's kind of fine.
You know what? You're right. You're right. Yeah.
Well, we want human Shrek, beast, Prince Adam. What's his
Yes.
name?
Yeah.
Prince Adam.
Yes, we'll take that for 500, Alex.
So he fights off this wolf pack, and she like takes care of him after because he like got hurt from the wolves, and like there's a change in the relationship.
Yes, there was.
There's something there that wasn't there before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she says never felt this way for anyone, which I think is funny because it's been a whole day.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was a day.
It was basically a day. Yeah.
Is that true love?
Truly. So he decides to surprise her with his library, which is very nice, except in the cartoon, because he was the one who told her that she could go anywhere in the castle except for the West Wing. That wasn't really a present. She already had access to the library.
But it only been a day, and he knew she didn't go there because she went to the West Wing. So.
Yeah, I know. It's a minor nitpick that just made me laugh.
It's a nice library.
It was a very nice
beautiful.
library.
And they connect on their love of reading and books.
Yeah.
He's an educated beast.
We love that.
We love it.
We love it.
Then Taylor's Oldest Time plays, and they dance in the ballroom. And I think, if I'm right, I think this is the first use of a computer animated background in a Disney movie, which is pretty cool.
That is very cool. Disney history right there. That's cool.
So they're like basically like a step away from like declaring their love for each other, right? But she just says that she really misses her father, and the Beast goes, "Well, I have a magic mirror, and you can see him." And mind you, at this point, she saw that her father was very sick and being taken to an insane asylum by the most terrifying man in this entire movie. Man was a ghoul. Like, he was scary. And I forgot him. I think I repressed him from my childhood because I saw him and I was like, no.
Yeah, did not like.
Wow. He was very scary.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Scary. So the Beast releases her because he loves her so much. He let her go to save her father.
What a beautiful lesson. Full circle. I love that.
I know. So she runs to her father, and they're like trying to get him in to take him to the asylum, and she goes, "No, the Beast was real." And to prove it to Gaston and the mob, she shows him the Beast in the magic mirror, and he, like, Gaston loses his shit because obviously he only cares about looks, and he's like, "Oh, that's a monster." And then I would say one of the best songs in this movie is "Kill the Beast." I think it's so good.
Yeah, it is kind of a bop.
It's so good.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. I'm just like, yes, this is. I was excited to see that they hadn't really changed it a lot for the live action movie, because it's, I think, my favorite movie of this.
Yeah.
So they take the mob to the castle to kill the Beast, and the enchanted servants of the castle fight back, kind of guerrilla warfare style. Like, they just like pretend to be objects, and then like it's like that scene in Toy Story. You know,
which scene in Toy Story?
Where like they're all like toys, right? And then Sid picks up a Woody, and he's like,
yes,
run, or whatever he says. Yeah. A trunk ate a person, and I'm really wondering what happened when they turned back into people.
Yeah, that was wild. The whole fight scene was just like,
intense.
Yeah,
very intense. Gaston is up on the roof with the Beast, and they're fighting, and the Beast shows him mercy, and Gaston uses that mercy to his pseudo advantage by shooting the Beast, stabbing the Beast. Anyway, he falls off of the tower. Gaston falls off of the tower to his death, which is
shame.
There are so many Disney bad guys that fall into like Frollo, freaking Mother Gothel, this guy, like technically Scar,
Tarzan. Did you guys see
Tarzan?
that video?
Oh, yeah.
That when the person was like, "I didn't notice that you see him like accidentally hang himself," pretty much. And I was like, "What?" And I watched the video. I'm like, "Whoa, that's dark." Like, Disney don't play sometimes.
Yeah. Wild. I think personally, this is just something that they could have done for the live action that they didn't, but I thought it would have been cool. Because the Beast showed Gaston mercy, that should have been how he broke his curse, because the whole point was that he didn't show mercy to the Enchantress.
Oh, chills. Ooh.
Right? Like, that would have been such a like strong ending, but that's fine, because her true love, like, the Beast is dying, and Belle cries and says, "I love you," and then he turns into a prince.
Oh, I kind of like your ending though. I think that literally makes more sense. And
I
really
thought
brings
so.
it full circle. That's
Yeah. So that's the beast becomes a prince when Belle says, "I love you," and all of the people turn into people. It's very nice. The prince looks like Fabio.
Ginger Fabio.
Ginger Fabio.
I'm into it.
I like Fabio. Fabio, ugh. This
Yeah.
It's the hair.
top notch Prince. Didn't we do a Prince rating on one of these?
I think we were going to, but we never ended up doing it.
We need to do that one of these days.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, I think we did because we all said how much we love what's his name in Mulan.
Yeah.
Shang.
Oh, you're right. You're right. We talked. Yeah.
Probably top.
Do we want to? Are we waiting to give our review of both of them afterwards, or do you want to give? Let's give our review of the cartoon.
Sure.
First.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. You know, this is, I think, my favorite Disney movie.
Mm-hmm.
I've always said that, like, Belle's my favorite princess. And looking back, I obviously have, like, a few critiques that I didn't have when I was a kid because, you know, I was just kind of passively taking in everything. But it's still a great movie. It's still something, like, the music is top-notch. This is, like, peak of the Disney Renaissance, right? So I think I'd give it, like, a 95.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, it looks like Sammy's thinking, so I'll go next. I would probably have to do, okay, I'll say like a 92. 92 to 95. I always give some sort of range.
Yeah.
Because this is probably one of the best Disney movies ever. It's classic. It was a part of this amazing time that really skyrocketed the whole company and the Disney name and the Disney brand. Like, it's fun. The music is great. It does have a woman who, you know, is intelligent and fights for what she wants and speaks her mind and, you know, isn't scared of a big old man beast. So I like the messaging. I like the animation. It was innovative at the time. So yeah, it's like it's like history.
Heck
And
yeah.
very enjoyable to watch, and for adults and kids.
Mm-hmm. This is for sure my favorite Disney movie. I don't know. I think I would probably say like a 94, 95. I'll go with a 94. Switch it up a little bit. Make it a little,
Oh,
a little
fun.
different. Yeah. I'll go with the 94. I really like it.
I love that.
I don't know. She's my favorite princess.
Mm-hmm.
Very smart. If I had to be a princess, I would love to be her.
Oh,
like,
gosh.
yeah, 94.
If I had to be a princess, I think I'd be Merida.
All right.
Because I like my mom.
Aw.
I think I could fight a bear.
Do you?
No.
I was gonna say, I don't know. I don't know about that.
I don't know. I'd want maybe Ariel, just if she could be mermaid and human and like switch back and forth.
Yeah.
That'd be cool, but she can't. So I don't know who I'd be. Maybe Jasmine. She's a princess already.
Yeah.
that's
That's a
a
good
good
point.
point.
Yeah.
She has a magic carpet.
That's true.
So that would be fun.
Jasmine's a good one.
Yeah.
It's a good choice.
Honestly, yeah. Do we want to go into the live action Beauty and the Beast?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Okay. This is random, but I was really happy to see that there was a photosensitivity warning like on the Disney Plus version of this. Like, I think that more movies should give those kinds of warnings for people. I just thought that
I
was
like
interesting.
that Disney Plus, they're very aware of things, and people want to say, oh, they're so PC, or oh, you know, making fun of it. But it's nice, like, even when they have, like, I think in Peter Pan with the Native American depiction, they put something, either, I don't know if it's before or just in the description, that like, these are, you know, we don't think this way, you know, yada yada, whatever they say. I think that's nice, and there's nothing wrong with it.
Absolutely.
So screw all the haters.
There we go. So I'm gonna go ahead and say we don't need to give another background because it's the
No.
same
The
story.
exact same.
I was interested in kind of having more of a visual of the prince, like, in his foppish, like,
Yeah.
like, you know, they were super, super regal and very much royalty
Yeah.
of the time.
Yeah. The use of the colors and stuff.
They talked about how he taxed his village, and I was like, oh, he's a land baron. We love that. Great. Obviously, he was a bad guy then, though. So can you do? So the enchantress obviously does the whole cursing thing, and I like that they said that the prince and the servants were forgotten by everyone. They like pulled the memories from the townsfolk, because that makes so much more sense to me than just having like this random castle in the middle of the woods that nobody talks about.
Yeah.
I also liked that they didn't talk about this, but within the curse, it's winter forever on his like land.
Yeah.
We get that background, and then, much like the other movie, it opens up into Bonjour.
Which we'll just
We gotta
get
talk
into
about it. We gotta.
So this harkens back to me seeing that trailer, and they the preview they picked to show. I just remember being like, "Oh my god, this like," and it's Emma Watson. I love Emma Watson, but the little preview they showed of her, I was like, "Oh no!" And I didn't even have that attachment like other people do to this movie. But I was like, "This is what they're showing." Like it was like totally auto tuned, and I was like, "Why aren't they picking someone who can confidently sing this?" Like I don't really know if she's a singer or not.
She did a lot of singing training in this, like for this role. I think the issue, and it's something that the person that I talked about earlier, Sideways, they talk about how they just were so worried about it not sounding perfect that they didn't allow it to be human. Like her voice became super like condensed and tinny throughout the entire thing, and I don't even know if that's an issue with pitch correction so much as just the mix that they made of her songs, because they had this poor girl up against people who, like, Josh Gad has been on Broadway, Audra McDonald is Audra McDonald.
Oh my god,
like,
yeah.
Like, are you freaking kidding me?
Like these amazing singers, performers.
Yeah, even the prince, apparently the beast, his wife is like a trained opera singer and he's a singer. Like they kind of really put her up against these professionals, like these professional singers, and then instead of letting her hold her own and have her own voice, they just made it into a robot voice.
Yeah. And so I saw that I saw the trailer and thought that. And then when I actually went into the movie, I feel like I didn't notice it as much. Like it didn't bother me. I could actually like sit and enjoy it, and I wasn't thinking, "Oh, her voice sounds so bad." So, it didn't bother me as much as I thought it would.
Yeah.
But it still wasn't great.
You know what I will say? I think in the songs that are originally Belle's, it was worse than in that original song, the Something of My Childhood. What's that called? This is the of my childhood. I don't know what it's called. It's the song that she sings when they're in Paris. I don't think that one sounded as bad. But yeah, it was just very tinny, and because no one else got that treatment, it just felt weird to me.
Yeah, that's probably what really made it stand out.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't feel confident in the girl's voice, then why are you hiring her?
Yeah.
You know?
Or just how many Disney princesses were sung by Leah Salonga too, right? Like,
Bring her back!
You know what I mean? Bring her back. Like you can have her lip sync if you're really not feeling her voice.
Also, this is freaking Disney. Like, how in the world? I'm just gonna say, okay, Trisha Paytas, she cannot sing, but her music, she sounds like she can sing.
Yeah.
How, like, Emma Watson could not have been that bad. Like, I'm sure she wasn't that, but she got the role, so I'm sure she could hold a tune. So why are you making it sound so weird? Like, who was mixing this? Like, they don't need to work in Hollywood again. Just saying.
And that's what I'm saying. I don't think that the same heart is being put into the music as it was like in the Disney Renaissance, and that's the issue.
That's true. You know, I would have to agree with that. I could definitely, Hopefully with Little Mermaid though, because they got who? Isn't it Lin-Manuel? I think is helping with that.
Really?
I think so. Look that up. So I feel like he could bring a little bit of that back, because he, like Moana, I feel like music was a big part of that movie. So hopefully they get back to that, because the music, you know, it's not just some little addition into it. Like that's really what makes the movie pop.
Absolutely. So we should probably talk about the actual movie. I think it was smart of them to switch the bookseller with a priest, because she just went to a church to get her books. because that's, for the time period, the right way that would have happened. I know. Sorry. I liked it. That's fine. It makes more sense for everybody to be like, oh, why is this woman reading? LeFou is much more in love with Gaston in this movie than he was in the other one. Like, it's just much more clearly, like, he's like, it'll never happen. Like, the girl.
I love that casting. I think, I mean, Josh Gad, he's
perfect.
Great.
Yeah.
He was the perfect LeFou. I love like the back and forth that he has with Luke Evans, like the whole when he says je ne sais quoi and Luke Evans is like, I don't know what that means, which is exactly what je ne sais quoi means. It was amazing.
Yeah, I think what are your thoughts about, I guess, just casting as a whole for the movie?
I liked it. I think everybody, even Emma Watson, I think that they did a great job with it. I think Kevin Kline should be in more movies in general. Like, he did a great, I literally wrote in my notes somewhere, Kevin Kline understood the GD assignment. He got it. Like, he knew what he was doing, and I love that.
Pretty good too. Even Emma Watson, I was worried, but she pulled it out. Like, at the end of the movie, I felt satisfied. Like, I wanted to watch it again, and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert for my reaction.
I like that Belle was an inventor too. Like, she was figuring out her stuff too. Kind of helped. She ends up getting in trouble because she created something that could help her do the laundry and was teaching another girl how to read. And I was like, this is a little ham-fisted. Like, this is a little like, oh, okay, she's really a bad guy for making another kid read. Okay.
Yeah.
But they do the proposal scene a little differently. I like that Gaston like is asking her out and he's like, you just haven't met the right man. Belle goes, this is a very small village. I've met every man.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I think one thing about the live action version, I think it's always worse when you can like a live action, you feel like they're real people, you know? Like, so it just felt more like real, you know, and like you're like, oh, he's like a real person, like they're really people like that.
Yeah.
Which made me hate him even more than I did, you know?
Yeah.
Like, he was just disgusting.
Yeah.
Like, seeing him as a human.
Even though we've all said that we know Gaston.
I mean, yeah, but like seeing it, hate it.
Awful. Then we cut away to Maurice getting lost in the woods, and he like his carriage crashes, and like that man would have been dead.
Oh yeah,
like that was such a jarring scene, and he just slides and like hits a rock wall, and I'm like, dead. But no, he's fine. He's alive. I mean, yeah. I think that this castle also, he like runs through the snow. He's like, oh, weird that there's snow in June. But he like runs to the castle, and I just think it looks so much more foreboding in this movie.
Yeah.
Like, I literally paused the movie and spent 15 minutes talking to my mom about how much I like the set design in this movie, because like it feels, this is weird, but the staircase going up into the where you like the front door and where that opening portion would be, there's this like very circular and round kind of awning on above the front door, and that translates down into this staircase, and it just looks so biological to me that it's like even that kind of feels alive. It's beautiful set design. Anyway, I got distracted by it and I thought it was really cool.
Sarah Greenwood. Thank you, Sarah. 2 Oscar nominations.
Understandably. She's the real MVP.
Shout out to you, girl.
Yeah.
Yes, we love a talented woman.
Maurice also, after like running in with the characters, he was able to like leave and escape, but he stopped to steal a freaking rose for Belle. And it's like, boy, you could have gotten it somewhere else, you know?
Yeah.
Like, and that's why he gets captured, because he's a thief. So then Philippe runs away, goes to get Belle, and Belle like immediately jumps on her horse to go, and I'm like, that horse ran to you and started drinking water. It's tired. Give it a second.
I know.
It's like, Philippe needs a nap. Stop it. She kind of does the whole I'll take my dad's place, but she kind of tricks him. She like goes into the cell and is like, okay, sorry, and just like throws him out. Oh, which I enjoyed. But also the Beast doesn't choose to take her out of her cell. The like Lumiere and Cogsworth do, which is interesting.
He's very mean, the Beast. I mean, I guess that's what he's supposed to be, but
Yeah, it's like I found that interesting because in the cartoon, like you could see that there was a base of kindness there because the Beast is the one who was like, "You're not gonna stay in a cell, like come on," even though he was kind of grumpy about it. But this guy's like, "Oh no, fully rot, goodbye."
yeah, like you're staying in the cell, bye.
Yeah, like anger issues. It's great. They take her to a room with the wardrobe, Audra McDonald, and she's like, she picks up a hairbrush and is like, "Oh, what's your name?" And they're like, "That's just a hairbrush." Like, I would have been asking the same thing. Like, I feel like she was taking it in stride, and she was just trying to be nice, and they're just making fun of her.
They haven't had any outside interaction in a very long time.
True. They're probably a little socially awkward.
Yeah.
Kind of like how we are all now. We can understand.
Yeah, you're right. Also, I thought Belle was being kind of like a little annoying when they were like, "Come eat dinner," and she was like, "No."
Yeah.
I'd be like, "I'm stuck here." She knows she's stuck here.
Right?
Like, just go eat dinner.
Well, that's interesting because I don't think that she does, like, she was like tying together all that.
Yeah, but she wouldn't have gotten out.
Well, she wouldn't have, but she was trying.
Well, yeah, but
she was pulling a Grae. She was getting ready to go.
You're right, but I sort of wanted some dinner.
I also found it really cool that as the rose was like wilting, pieces of the castle were crumbling and everybody was becoming more object-like. Somebody I saw a tweet that was like, that has terrifying implications that mean like people were in half human, half like thing for years. You know what I mean? Which is horrifying. Like, wow.
I mean, I think that is kind of a cool take, though. And I think that's what I liked about this movie was I think that they kept pretty pure to the story, but they just added little sprinkles that kind of elevated things, and so just enough change, but it like wasn't too much. Although I'm saying that as a person again who doesn't have this childhood emotional connection, so y'all can speak on that. But from what I saw, I thought it was a nice retelling, new retelling of an old story, which some of these live movies don't do a good job of.
Yeah.
No, I agree. I enjoyed it. We're at the Gaston song. LeFou is like the best hype man. And I said it for the last one, but LeFou is legitimately paying people off at the bar to either sing along or get drinks or like fix whatever Gaston shoots. Like, he is literally the world's first personal assistant. And we love him for it.
I'm interested to hear Sam's opinions on LeFou that you said earlier.
So this was... We'll talk about it at the end because that's when the moment was supposed to happen. Also, so I talked about Audra McDonald. She's the wardrobe, but Stanley Tucci is Maestro, the piano. And I love that. First of all, Stanley Tucci, amazing, right?
Yes.
But as I was watching it, all I could think of was the bad guy from the sequel to Belle, the Forte, played by Tim Curry. He was an organ, but he was a bad guy in this in Belle's Enchanted Christmas.
Well, I've never seen that, so I thought you were thinking of Stanley Tucci in The Lovely Bones.
Okay, wild. No, absolutely not.
What a versatile actor from...
Honestly.
So, like the cartoon, Belle immediately after Be Our Guest goes and explores the West Wing. And I will say it's the same scene essentially. She goes to touch the rose. Once again, shout out to the set designer. That wing looks so unkempt and like falling apart. It looks like it's overgrown itself, you know what I mean? Once again, it looks like the castle is kind of living and both growing but also decaying. It's just a really interesting choice. Big fan. So Belle runs away and these wolves look like Twilight wolves.
Maybe
Yeah. Yeah.
interconnecting universe.
Yeah. I literally saw them and I was like, Bella, where the hell have you been, Mocha? Once again, the beast fought off an entire wolf pack.
Listen,
And-
hot.
Belle thought about leaving him, and I love that for her. She was like, am I gonna do this? No. And she like picked him up and took him back.
Yeah. The beast is hot.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say it.
I don't know how you don't see this, Sam.
The beast has anger issues that they
well-
explain away because he had a bad dad.
Well, listen. Yeah.
Everyone's got a past. Everyone's got problems.
Yeah.
Get Beast into some therapy. He hasn't had therapy. That would be so helpful for him.
It would be. It would be. Unfortunately, psychology won't be around for another 100 years.
True.
Oh, Maurice comes back to talk to Gaston, and Gaston actually believes him this time. He's like, okay, let's go find the beast. And they end up on this essentially wild goose chase where he sounds crazy.
Yeah.
So Gaston ties him to a tree and leaves him for dead.
Yes.
Which way worse. What a horrible person.
Yeah.
We already knew he was a bad guy.
Yeah.
Hate him.
Hate him.
So when we learn about Beast's dead mom and bad dad, there's a song called Days in the Sun, and it's really good. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I like that one too.
And Agatha, who's a beggar woman that's introduced in the beginning, helps Maurice, and it's very obvious who Agatha is.
Yeah.
Mhm.
From the beginning.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, she's the enchantress.
Mhm.
Wow.
Wow.
The beast in this one gives Belle the library, and it makes much more sense to be a nice thing that he does, because he didn't tell her she could go anywhere this time. And he's like, you talked about Shakespeare. So
I
I'm
see what you
going to this
mean.
library."
Comparing the two, I see what you mean with the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that moment in
Yeah.
this movie specifically.
Yeah.
I think this is when you really start oh, okay, Beast, I see you under that hair and those fangs.
But you
Kinda
also see
cute.
that hair and those fangs, and you think he's cute anyway.
Yes. He is cute with the hair and the fangs. I don't know what it I know there's other people who feel this, and Sammi.
Oh no, yeah, they're called furries.
No.
I can't. I am not a furry.
No.
I've never been attracted to any furry thing in my life except for the beast in this movie. What does that say about me? I don't know. It's been a long lockdown.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
It truly has been a long lockdown. So in the library, there is another present, if you will, from the Enchantress. So in the cartoon, he was given the magic mirror and the rose. In this, he has the magic mirror and the rose, but he also has a book that can take you anywhere, which books can take you anywhere. Of course, we know. So he takes her to Paris, where Belle's mom died, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like that part didn't have to be in the movie.
I agree. I didn't really like that.
No, it kind of drug on a little bit, and it was sad. Unnecessary.
We really need to know.
No.
Yeah.
Do we really care?
No.
Yeah. It was, I guess character development. It gave her a song to sing that could be, added as a new song so that they could get an Oscar. Because that's the whole thing with remakes, and even Cats, how they added that song that Taylor Swift sang or wrote. They do that so that they are able to be nominated for an original song for the award season. That's a little cynical, but it's true.
I believe that. If you're going to put I understand if you're going to put all this work, all this money, you probably do want some recognition. So I understand adding a new song, just as long as you're not just throwing in anything. Obviously it needs to be quality and good. So
yeah,
I understand.
And then we get to the Tale as Old as Time scene. I think I didn't like Belle's dress when I first saw it, but her ear cuff that she's wearing, gorgeous ear cuff. I just thought it was really pretty, and I was like, wow, I want that.
I don't remember the ear cuff, but I freaking love this scene.
such a good scene.
It's so beautiful.
What do you think of her dress, though? We gotta go there.
Like I said, I don't think that it. I didn't like it.
I didn't either. It's a nice dress, but it just that dress is like iconic, and
It didn't need the magic appliques. I don't understand what that was about. Like,
yeah, and like every other costume was great. Like I love his tux suit. What do you call that? I love his outfit. It's just I don't know. Maybe the color, something's just a little off, and I don't know how that got through. I feel like it could have been more grand or something.
Yeah, I feel that. So again, we see, Belle realizing that her dad was in trouble. The Beast lets her go and then sings a song called Forevermore that I really, really like. I don't think it works for the movie, but I really like the song.
That song is like a bop and needs to be added to the musical. That's a really good song. Yeah.
Okay, sorry, this is slightly off topic, but when haven't we gone off topic? We're talking about musicals and live action movies. Why would they in the Lion King live action movie, first of all, remove Be Prepared? Second of all, if they're not going to include another song, why wouldn't they include like He Lives in You, which is one of the best songs from the musical? It makes me cry every time I think about it. And then add that freaking Beyonce song where Nala isn't even the one singing, it's just Beyonce.
I did not see the Lion King live action one because
just kidding.
I did not see Lion King animated until my first Disney trip as an adult, and I was traumatized and understood why the hell my mom didn't want me to watch it because that shit is sad.
It's very
and I
sad.
never want to watch that movie again. So I was like, I'm not watching this with real animals, quote unquote, but they looked real. Yeah, I didn't watch that shit. But yes, why? I did hear that they took out Be Prepared, and I'm like, why? That's like iconic. See, they don't know what they're doing.
And Chiwetel Ejiofor has been on Broadway. Like, he's been in musicals. It's not like he can't sing. Like, I don't understand. He played Scar.
I bet he was pissed. He's probably pissed.
Probably.
Like, why the hell is this song not in here? I was ready.
Sorry. Let's go back to Beauty and the Beast. I have so many feelings about The Lion King. It makes me sad. Kill the Beast is still a bop. Forever. It's just such a good song. I love that LeFou was like, are you not the least bit concerned that this castle is haunted?
Yeah.
Because that's me. I would not be going into that castle.
Yeah.
It is for certain haunted. I also like that LeFou halfway through the battle scene just switched sides. He was like, I realized that I shouldn't be on his side anymore.
Yeah. The battle scene was pretty lit.
Yeah.
That rooftop scene gave me so much anxiety. Like, I knew what was gonna happen, but at the same time, like, it was very well done. Like, Gaston's such a bad guy. Like, he's so bad. And you just feel so bad for the Beast. And then
I don't seeing him be like hurt. I'm like, oh no.
Yeah.
You like love him at this point.
Yeah, it was rough. But then, like, he really did, like, he just kind of crumbled to his death at this point. Like that was pretty wild.
Yeah.
Very sad that the servants, like, fully became things.
Yeah.
They just turned into things.
Yeah.
At the end, like
don't get me started. The ending and how they do that is like, I started because that was at that point I had not seen the first time I saw it. I had not seen the original. So when they turned in, my mouth was, because I was invested. I was really enjoying it so far, and I just remember looking over at the people I was with. I was like, no, this is not how it ends. I'm crying and like Chip and
I know, and he almost falls and like shatters.
I think that was like a heartstrings. I think they did a great job. They really got the emotional aspect there.
Yeah. Woo. But of course, the Enchantress has been walking through like the battle this entire time, like going up to the West Wing, and she, says that the curse is lifted and everybody turns human again. It's very nice. It's very sweet. Like, everybody remembers them again. You see Mr. Potts, which is crazy.
Yeah.
I love that. I love
Yeah.
the whole ending. I think
Yeah.
is pretty great.
It's so sweet. I liked the dance at the end where like everybody was doing like their actual little ballroom dance.
Oh my
Mhm.
god,
Very
like
cute.
tears. I was crying like a baby. Like
It's so
I
nice.
really like the ending.
I thought that the growl was unnecessary, but go for it. Whatever. And this is the scene where LeFou dances with a dude, and like that was like so hyped in this,
Yes.
like in the like leading up to Beauty and the Beast.
promo.
They were like, oh, there's gonna be a scene with like a LGBT pairing, like whatever. And then it turns out to just be two men dancing. And maybe if you can kind of count during the fight, the one man enjoyed being in drag. And that was it. Like,
Yeah, they definitely wanted that press and
Yeah.
wanted the praise, you know,
yeah.
for
And it
doing
was
something people have been asking Disney to do for a long time, but
and it was absolutely nothing.
they like kind of half-assed it.
Yeah.
Maybe quarter-assed it, honestly.
Yeah. It's like in Star Wars, they said, oh, Star Wars is gonna have its first ever gay kiss, and it was at the very end. I was just like, this is
You know
stupid.
what? We might need to do Star Wars up in this B.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
It's I got lots of opinions.
I
I
do
think
too.
it would be interesting perspectives.
I don't know if
Sammy would
Sammy could
hate it.
physically sit through 9 movies.
Okay, I don't mean
11 movies
kinda
counting
have to.
Solo and Rogue One.
Listen, I'll do it for the cause.
We could do
Yeah.
the prequels.
I
I do
know.
love the prequels.
Are
I
you-
love them. I'm one of those people.
I'm glad for you. Congratulations.
And I would love to see what Sammy thinks. I think she would like the prequels. She would. Just watch. Do we just need episode 1?
Episode 1?
The first one.
That's
This is
Episode-
why we need a good podcast.
Yeah,
This would be great. I'm pitching that for the future. Anyway,
oh god. Me and Justin just did like a whole marathon of all of them.
exactly. See, when you have to watch,
And
you're good.
man, the prequels aren't as bad as everybody says they are, but they are not good. And that's my
Okay, I'll
opinion.
take that. I think they're entertaining.
Okay.
I'm entertained by them, and that's what it's all about.
Indeed. You know what? That's all that matters.
Yes.
All that matters.
I just like the love story. I just like Hayden Christensen.
What? The love story?
I just like Hayden.
Oh,
I'm wooed by a pretty face, so that's
oh man, we should talk about it because I am floored once again.
it would be so great.
Oh god. Okay.
He's
Let's
like,
get back
God,
to
no. Okay, Beauty and the Beast.
What do you rate it? Do you want me to go first?
Yeah, you go first. You went first last time.
I think that it had a lot of interesting ways of kind of answering some questions that might have been left by the original cartoon. However, there were several missteps as well, and it doesn't have the like nostalgia factor that the cartoon has. And I fully know that nostalgia colors a lot of my opinions of movies. I think, I would definitely watch it again. It's something I enjoy. I think it's a little long. It's 2 hours long, which is just, it's an investment for that. If you're going to watch a Beauty and the Beast movie, you can watch it one that's an hour and 20 minutes long or 2 hours long, That being said, I did enjoy it. I think I'd give it probably like an 87.
Okay. Yes, I do agree. I think my expectations were real low with the first time I watched. And the second time I watched, I felt like the way I felt the first time. I enjoyed it. Yeah, I think the casting's pretty good. The story's fun. So yeah, I'd say 85.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. Enjoyable.
Indeed.
So this is like my favorite live action movie. I think it's the best like one that was done.
Yeah.
And that could possibly just be because I love Beauty and the Beast, like already there. But yeah, I would probably give it like an 89. I cannot sit through that long of a movie. Like I can't. So I fast forwarded through some of the scenes, like the the Paris one, and like I
Yeah.
didn't need to see that. So yeah, an 89.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I went into that thinking that I would not like it as much, and I'm
Mhm.
glad that we all enjoyed it.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
was so much better than our Mulan review.
Oh
I
my
think.
god, yeah. Can we talk about Gaston really quick though?
Yeah.
Because what made me want to watch and compare these two movies was I saw a Twitter thread that was
Mhm.
like Gaston is the scariest villain because he's like the most
Realistic.
yes, realistic
Mhm.
one. So I was trying to Google it and find it. Could not, but I found
Of
this
course.
I found this article
Oh my god.
that I don't even know what this is on. This must be this man's blog. I don't know. Man's blog. That's
Mm.
important. It's a man who
Mhm.
wrote this.
Oh, God.
And it's called 4 Reasons Gaston is Actually the Hero.
Ugh.
And it just like blew my mind. Like
Oh.
he has these 4 like myths and then realities. So the myth is he's cocky, but the reality is he's strategic.
What? That doesn't
Yeah.
even make sense, sir.
No. The
Well, do
next
we have
one
a picture of this man's face?
I do.
Oh, do we?
I want to see what he
Oh
looks
my
like.
God.
The myth he's misogynistic. The reality is he's devoted, which
Where is the logic? Where do these receptors connect?
I don't know. And he's the myth that he's vain. The reality is he's genuine.
These don't even make sense. You
Yeah.
should say myth he's vain, reality he's confident, or something like he's
Yeah.
generous.
He's
What,
genuine.
with his body or genuine? Genuine.
And then the last one, the myth is he's evil, but the reality is he's beyond good and evil.
Man,
So I think it's
Ugh.
just really interesting that people see this in a different way. Oh,
oh no.
oh my god.
What'd you do?
Sammy
I almost
almost
just
followed
followed.
him.
I'm trying to find a picture
Just
that I
like
can
a
show
person
you.
with a following, or like it's just some like. A random
Let's
person?
see. He has 558 followers.
Is it on Medium?
Yes.
Mm.
So yeah, but I just
Ew.
think his about me says every shadow points to the sun.
Right.
So he's just a bad guy apologist.
yes.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
He kind of looks like Frankie Jonas.
Oh my god, he does
Don't you
kind of look
dare
like Frankie
slander
Jonas.
our Frankie.
But listen, he does.
He
so.
does. No, but I just think it's really interesting that like the two spectrums, right? Like he is either such a villain that like we all encounter Gaston, we've all encountered one, we've all been uncomfortable by one,
Mhm.
and then other people,
Think he's fine.
yeah,
Or a hero even, which like you could say, oh, he's just normal. Like
Mhm.
part of the thing was that he was saying, oh, he's not misogynistic, it's just what it was for the time. But
Oh,
that doesn't
yeah.
make you a hero, that just
No.
makes you
Exactly.
nothing, like that just makes you
Complacent,
complacent. Exactly.
Mhm.
Gaston is just awful, just an awful person.
Yeah, the fact that someone's even trying to justify anything
Mm.
really holds no value. So, sir, I don't have any words for you.
Frankie Jonas lookalike. Sean, his name is Sean. Should I tag him in this?
Start internet beef. Our first internet beef with Sean.
Random writer.
Can I comment on that?
When did they write that?
2017.
Oh, so start internet beef that's 4 years old.
Old beef.
I'll do it. Hey.
Moldy beef.
Hey.
That's what's happening.
Don't-
Very
oh, he
Gabby
hasn't-
Hanna of us. All right.
Okay.
Well,
So we've reviewed both Beauty and the Beasts. How's everybody's May going? You enjoying it?
I mean, we're a couple days in, 5 days in.
Yeah, girl.
It's going good.
I'm about to be fully vaccinated. Super excited for it.
Can I ask, sorry, back to Beauty and the Beast, which was your favorite? I mean, I think I already know, but the question had to be raised.
My favorite version?
Yeah.
Yes.
The cartoon, for sure.
I agree, but live action Beast, number
It's
one
your
in my
favorite.
heart. Yes.
I definitely since I don't have the connection, I think the live action is my favorite, even though I did rate it lower, but I do like the live action better,
Yeah.
I think. But no hate on the animated. You know, that's why we're here. We all got different opinions, and we love hearing all of them.
Absolutely. Speaking of opinions, I was thinking about our next episode, which is going to be out on my birthday.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So, I was thinking maybe we could review one of my favorite movies. It's on HBO Max.
Yes.
It is a cartoon.
I think I know.
It's Howl's Moving Castle, which is a Miyazaki movie.
I'm down. I mean,
I'm
anything
so
you would have
excited.
said, we would have had to do.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
heck yeah! Oh, that's
Okay.
good. Oh, I'm excited.
I'm excited too. It's literally one of my favorite animated. Well, it's one of my favorite movies.
Oh,
It's one of those
cool.
comfort movies that I've watched a million times. So I hope you guys really like
Heck
it.
yes.
Woohoo.
I watched it before with someone. But I kind of fell asleep, so I'm excited. Not because the movie was bad, just because I was tired.
Yeah.
So I'm actually excited to
I actually
really watch it.
I totally get that though, because I fall asleep to the theme song. It's called "The Carousel of Life," and it's just a piano motif, and it's so calming that sometimes I just fall asleep to it. So I get that. Yeah.
Oh, I'm excited.
Yeah, me too. Oh, I can't wait.
Then my birthday will be 2 months after. What am
I
I gonna
know.
choose? Ooh,
Oh.
You're gonna make us watch Star Wars.
I could. I don't think I would choose that. I had to choose a favorite movie of mine.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Running was either Howl's Moving Castle or Boys Over Flowers, but I thought we shouldn't watch a
That's
20
the TV
episode.
series.
Yeah, that has a billion episodes.
It's
I'm
so
excited.
good,
Well, we
though.
haven't done any anime yet,
Yeah.
so I think that's a cool, keeping it fresh, different.
All right. Well, I guess we'll see you June 1st with Howl's Moving Castle.
Woo!
Very excited. We've been easily entertained, and we hope you have been too. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.